I'm back. We're live now. Uh,
So, sorry about the delay. Good evening, guys, and welcome to On the Limit Race 3 Italy. This evening we come to the Theatre of Speed. I am joined, as always, with Jensen. Good evening, Jensen.
Good evening, people. Yeah.
So, we will give a quick rundown of points just when I get the doc up. Or just at least running positions in the championship. So we have Envinelli in first, Mbunde second, GD Savo third, Sophie fourth, Ryan Cut, is this right actually? Let me see. Yeah, I think it is. Ryan Cut fifth, Gingerbush sixth, Sergeant seventh, Maggi eighth, OTL Linell ninth, Rocking Kid 10th, Dr. Special Energy 11th, Green Market 12th, Blood Sun 13, Matoman 14, Officer Duffy 15, Midge 16, JB 13 17, Jelly Hayes 18, Glock 19, and C Parsley 20. Ferrari out in front in the constructors, then Red Bull in P2, Alpha 3, McLaren 4, Tauri, Alpha Tauri 5, Renault P6, Racing Point P7, Mercedes P8, Williams P9, and Haas P10. So I guess, Jensen, the question for this evening is, can Envinelli be caught?
Well, we're coming to probably the best chance for everyone else to try and get close. As Monza's known for
A toe fest.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get away. If you've got to get away, you have to get away fast. If you don't get away fast, you're going to be caught up.
Yeah, and caught up pretty quickly. I think as well, a thing to note for any guys watching, qualifying has been super close. And it being that close, you expect us to see an almighty train here this evening. I don't think most leagues maybe see trains of 5 and 6 cars. I genuinely think we could see 10, 12, maybe even 15 cars in a train. And yeah, I see the call there for turn 1. We know that's another thing as well. Can the guys get through turn 1 and 2 clean? Probably the hardest and most difficult league racing turn 1 out there for incidents and damage. I've been involved in many myself. In fact, we've had a little scuffage between ourselves at turn 1 Italy, so we know we know exactly how hard it is, and we don't mean to touch how hard it is to get 2 cars through the sequence of corners cleanly.
Yeah, you just want to get through there as clean as possible.
I think once you can get through there, the second chicane can be a little dicey, but it's not just quite as congested, and then once you're past there, it's just a case of everybody's running in a straight line essentially. You know, there's a lot less side by side racing and more just everybody on each other's toe.
It's very close to the start, and people, you do not want to go 3 abreast into turn 1.
No.
So basically, one driver's going to lose out. It's most likely going to be the guy in the middle. That'll be caught out.
We've seen as well the pole here, the guys that have maybe been just that couple of tenths off, and there's a big group of them that have they've had the potential for pole but only been a couple of tenths away. This track and the toe might just allow them to sneak themselves into that front row.
It depends who does it. You got teammates. See how good the team chemistry is between teammates.
So who would you say? I mean, we've got to say that race-wise, Nelly's favourite walking into tonight.
Yes, for sure.
But I think we've yet to see, like I said last week at the end of the race, we've yet to see Nelly and I forget his name. That was terrible. M. Bundy, sorry. So Nelly and Bundy, we've yet to see these two really take it to each other over a long period. I think they've always been split. Nelly's been really good at building a gap early, so can Bundy react to that this evening and stay within that gap?
Yeah, there's quite a few drivers react to show the best performances. Of course, got a bit unlucky in the first 2 races. Surely wants to come back here.
Yeah.
There's not many really, but how bad luck really is mainly been M. Bundy and Nelly. I've got through the first 2 rounds cleanly.
Yeah, I would agree. And there'll be some guys as well that have, I would definitely say they've been quite hard done by in some of the races. They've been caught up in an incident that wasn't their fault just because the grid's been quite tight early and it's put them further back than where they should be.
Sure, yeah.
So it will be interesting for sure. So let's get some telemetry on the screen. So, what do you think, Strat, here? I mean, for me, personally, ideally I would like to start here on the medium tire. But I think with just the grid being that close and the way OTL is, I think it's going to be quite tight in regards to getting through in a medium and getting through in the soft. Jensen, you sound as dull as a dodo.
What?
What?
I'm agreeing with you now.
I'm just hoping some people will laugh at you. You never know. You never know who's watching, Jensen. Somebody that knows of me and you both.
Oh.
Senna is back. Is Senna on the grid? Yes, he is. I just noticed that Senna Martin's back on the grid.
Well, who do you think's watching then, Chris?
Oh, there will be somebody, I am sure. So, do we have any teammates out together? That looks like 2 Williams. Matoman and Green Meerkat very close on circuit, so maybe they're trying something. The 2 Force Indies as well, Mad G and SFR Officer Duffy, maybe looking to work a toe. And this is what could be the crunch of getting these guys through in the medium or not.
Well, look at Alpha's JB13 UKs to Nelly very close. Still, don't want to trip over each other.
Nelly doing a little wiggle there, trying to break as much though, but JB13 has had a brilliant bit of slipstream there. Just misses the apex a little for the entrance of the first chicane, but gets away with that and drives out turn 2 pretty nicely. He's probably at the perfect distance for a toe here as well, Jensen.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's not quite close enough for it to impact him in the corners, but he is definitely gaining littles on the straight. Clips apex, nice and nearly spun. That's going to release, but JB13 and Belite, thank you very much. I've had my 2 blasts of slipstream that I wanted for my lap.
Yeah, it's just a bit too much curve for Nelly there, and
JB took a big chunk of the second Lesmo. Need to be careful with that because that can snatch the rear of the car round and you will end up in the wall. Coming up to Ascara chicane, take as much of the curb of the inside as you dare. Clips it nice. Oh, close to invalidate. He's going to run wide here. Manages, he can probably get away with that.
Just about. Lap still balanced.
To the one of my favourite circuit corners in the calendar as well. You can carry too much speed. The rear of the car, try to step away from there. Mid corner as well. That's something you do not want. 21-1, first time on the board.
Decent first lap.
Let's see, a couple of Force India boys coming round. We've got Duffy and Mad G, so we'll see where these 2 slot in. Mad G's going to be first. He does a 21-1-4. Duffy with a 22-7. I think there's maybe been a moment in Duffy's lap. Surgeet does a 26-2, but we tend to see Surgeet with some fuel on board early, using no else, just getting some laps in. So we've got a big string of cars coming up the back line. Green Meerkat, I think Matoman's ahead of the queue. We have Otl Race possibly as well, about to set a time. Yeah, he slots 29.5. Green Meerkat goes P4 in the mediums, 21.2. Oh, and then we have a few guys slotting in the middle. Matoman P2, see past the P3. Ryan cut a 20.1 on the medium tyre. It's a stonking lap. A very good one, and that kid, you know, he may be very, very happy just to, you know what, I'm not even going to go for another lap in this session. I believe, I mean, a 20.1, that could quite easily be a top 5 time.
Yeah, Gluck is coming around as well.
Oh yes. Now this is the man that we probably think could be dangerous to both Bundy and Nelly if let to run free. He is lighting up sectors as he comes through Ascari.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what time he does get. He comes through Parabolica. Is he coming into the pits?
Not just tightest line to the line. And a 20.0 takes that provisional pole so far on a medium compound tyre.
Oh, Bundy though.
And Bundy does a 99. So has that been effective at all? Is it just had a better lap? So that shows we can maybe even see some 18s here, some guys dropping onto the softs. We'll see how the session plays out. Guys doing their best. We'll see if they've got anybody on a lap. Is Duffy on a second run? I think he is, so we'll go on board with Duffy. He comes up towards the second Lesmo. DRS pinged open. We'll see he's coming up to sector 2 split, so we'll see if he is improving on that 22.7.
Looking kid's got P1.
And he's 1.4 up, so Duffy is getting into a mid to low 21 if everything is right, so he's going to slot right into that pack kind of P6 to P10. Rocking Kid done a 19.9 as well, I missed that. Wow. So Duffy is going to improve. He does a 21.0, gets himself up to P6. That's a good lap. Yeah. That's a strong lap there for Duffy. Is Bundy trying to improve round the Parabolica?
Bundy's going for the lap.
So we'll stay on board with Bundy as he goes for his second blast. Oh, he snatches a big inside lockup into Tom Money. Probably get away with that, doesn't scrub too much time. He's good on the throttle out of the chicane.
Almost scratched there, got very close to the exit.
Into the second of the chicanes. And I think this is a corner you can abuse, and Bundy has definitely done that. He's probably been absolutely on the limit of what you would get away with there. Takes the first Lesmo nice, lets the car run wide. Snatched inside corner, just touched the little green kind of felt bit, but you do not want to put your tyres on the grass there.
Yeah. If you got this guy inside, how much is going to use? He's got a bit of it.
He stays well away for that exit curb. Duffy's going to pull it the inside and let him go through. He snatched maybe a little bit, I don't think that'll impact him too much. I don't think there was much to gain in how close it was. Now he keeps the Parabolica nice and tidy, and he will improve. The inside tyre tried to snatch a lock-up, but he got off the brakes quick enough and got away with it. Up to the line, this is going to be a 19.8, 19.6.
Love that.
And a 666, the mark of the man. A devil's number in a red car. How coincidental is that?
Yeah, provisional pole then for Bundy.
So we have Glock out on the softs. That'll be one to watch. Yeah. Let's see the guys behind. Dr. Special Energy managed to get a lap in 20.9. Who's putting a lap in? Nelly. I'll go on board as he comes across the line.
He's not going to get pole, he's got a 19.9.
So that is very close. Ryan Cut seems to have a little man, Rocking Kid, sorry, seems to have some good, strong pace here. I think we're set for a bumper run.
Dr. Special Energy is about to improve now, so coming in the pits.
Oh, he
Okay,
backed
so
out it.
Senna then, Senna on the sort of final corner. I think he's going to jump onto pole with this one.
And he does,
just
19.5. Now Bundy's done that 19.6 on a 3-lap old medium. So that 19.6 is probably more a 19.5 on the first lap of the tyre. So interesting stuff there. I would say Bundy holds a little bit of an advantage when it comes to time and tyre compared to that pole lap.
Watch out for Glock now, he's on the softs. Ryan cut off soft tyre.
So yeah, Glock was one of the men to see. Where is he? First chicane. So Sophie, I think, is one of our lead cars on a lap. She's just come out the second Lesmo. She's on the medium tyre too. So guys, definitely I think want to make the medium lap work.
Wow. Got 2 temps up in sector 1. I think he's going to get a safe provisional goal out of this one if he just sticks to that. And coming into 6 temps up. Looking good. He's in it a toe as well.
So just as I'll cut in here, Jensen, just as Sophie comes round the parabolic, because she's going to point that car directly to that line. Where can she get herself on the grid up to P13 on the medium compound? I'll let you go back to Glock.
Yeah, he gets great. He's getting a great slipstream with his teammate. Look at that. That's brilliant.
And an 18.9. Senna, Martin and Glock working together like an absolute dream there. That was very, very good, fluent teamwork. But the question is, does Glock want the buffer, or is he going to return the favour? I think Senna Martin will be quite happy with that time, but look at the guys round about him. Bundy, Maggi, Rocking Kid, Ryan Cut, Nelly, they've all got the soft tyre selected, Jensen, so I think they're committing to faster runs.
Yeah.
And here comes a Mercedes Annabella. Is that Nelly coming out the box? Yes it is, so he is committing to a run in the soft compound.
Yeah, and Lino up behind him as well. On the softs.
I just wonder if it's like if Bundy, like the likes of Bundy who's sitting in the pit, does he just watch at the moment and say like, if these guys, even if I'm P5, P6 with the guys round about me, if they're all in softs and I'm in a medium, do you think he maybe just tries something different to stretch the stint? Or would you just go with the guys round about and commit to a soft run as well? Sergeant splits into P3 there with 19.4.
Yeah, he's putting the time quite late, but not too bad. Putting it late. The track's ramped up. The tyres are good, and I don't think he had a slipstream as well. So that's a good time. And Green Meerkats also jumped up to P2. Probably didn't see that, but
yes. So times are starting to, and Ryan Cut goes up to P2 and a 19.2. So I'm missing a couple of the laps coming round. We got Rocking Kid coming round Ascari as well. So we'll jump on board with him. We'll see Envy Nelly, I think, is right behind Rocking Kid as well. Maybe going to try and open his lap with a toe as Rocking Kid comes round to finish his. So we'll see, where can Rocking Kid put himself? I think he was up through sector 2, so it's all about the drive to the line. He goes up to P2 in 19.2, Glock still with that 3-10 gap, and I tell you, Jensen, that toe to the line probably gave Glock a tenth and a half, 2 tenths, and that is looking to be what is going to provide the difference between pole and not at the moment.
That was very interesting though. Matman on the same sort of mediums again. The only driver out on the mediums at the moment, apart from Mitch, who's also on the mediums.
There's a tenth and a half down through sector 1, Matoman, so interesting tactic. Maybe he feels he's got more time in the lap. Or maybe he feels like some guys behind him are actually going to jump up the order a bit. He's going to get a nice little toe down this back straight from Mitch.
Yeah, Lino is also got close. Flag, yellow flag.
So Matoman up the back straight. There is a McLaren behind. Is that? I think that's Rocking Kid maybe in a lap, and I think Matoman backed out his lap. Is Ryan Cut going? Rocking Kid trying another to the line here? I think he just might. No, I think he's going to box. Yeah, he's boxing.
Yeah.
So he's in the pits. So
I
let's
reckon he
jump on
would've
board. I think Lee Nell coming
improved
through Parabolica. Can he launch himself up the grid here? He's up into that top 10. 19.9. Look how close it is there. 19.9, 19.9, 19.8, 19.6, 19.5.
JB13 starting a lap. Got special energy coming out of that lap on the soft tyre. And at the moment, everyone in the top 10 has got the best time in the soft spot from Nelly and Bundy.
So yeah, it looks. I wonder if guys are thinking, oh, it's Italy, turn 1, there's definitely going to be a safety car here today, and is it really worth? But then the medium tyre could buy you track position early. Everybody probably pits if there's an early safety car that's on softs, and you stay in your medium. So it could work in your favour.
I think Lee now might.
And he has a 10th up.
Time. Yeah,
a 10th would find them. A 10th will find them 3 or 4 positions here as well. A 10th or 2.
I'd say it'll be, at the moment it looks like it's going to be 2 places.
P8-ish. Drop Nelly. Nelly would be then sitting in P10. With it all to do in his last run of the session. Lee Nell to the line.
JB13, JB13's finishing
and Lee Nell does do that P8 position.
Yeah, his teammate goes up to 8.
Envinelli, look at this toe he's getting for JB13 down that back straight. Oh my god. He's got up to 216 miles per hour there. Oh, that double take, the double take at turn 1 there's turn 2 is maybe going to cost him a 10th, because remember he now carries that.
It was a bit rough through turn 2.
He's going to carry that loss of speed all the way till now.
26.2 wasn't the greatest up to 1, but he could carry this up on. Very early turning into Legend 01.
Nice for the second line, but just clips the apex lovely there and carried the speed absolutely beautifully. Matoman retires at a crash on the nut. I think that's just in the pit lane, so he is not going. And Envinelli's half a second up, takes a lot of the curb into the entry. Ascari on, he's going to go out onto the gravel, and that's going to cost time. And I think that will be all game time now gone for Nelly, and he has got one more shot.
Yeah, he's going for one more lap. He's going to improve anyway, but he wants to improve a bit more, I reckon.
Let's see, his Glock
runs
is
up
out
the
on
line, he's still
circuit.
at a 19.4, even running on the gravel, he's backed off for his laps, so that's Envinelli's qualifying over, unless the times are glitched, but I don't think they are. The people in the pits both retired. Matamara F1 second, and it's just retired, so everyone.
So there is a gaggle of guys. Let me see who's on this back straight. We have Mad G in an outlap, Officer Duffy there on outlap, so they're going to the absolute limit to get their lap in. I think we've got Bundy half a second up. So how much time does he find through the last corner? Where does he launch himself up to here?
It's going to be Paul.
And he goes P2, 18.7, 1/10. Behind Senna Martins, launches himself into P3. Rocking Kid has retired from the session. I think he dropped it out of Ascari.
That was a big crash. Yeah.
Can Ryan cut and prove as he comes through Parabolica? Can he get himself in front of his teammate, maybe even Green Market? Can he get himself into the 18s to get into the second row of the grid? It's going to be close. 18.8 gets himself into P3. Jumps above Senna. We've got Nelly not on a lap sub. G is invalidated. Get Mad G through the first Lesmo, so we'll stay on board here. Glock's retired, happy enough with his time. I think Mad G is one of our lead drivers on a fast lap, so we'll stay on board.
I lost out on the final sector, JB13.
Mad G's 2/10 up, so he's looking to get himself inside the top 10 as he comes onto the back straight for the last time in qualifying. Can he find some time?
Mitch is really up on his time by 1.5 seconds.
Squeeze the brakes into the back blocker, chuck it and grab the apex, let the car run wide as much as you dare. Pull in tight and get that car to the line as fast as you can. And he
Great
goes
lap.
into the P10, 19.5 for Matt G. Get on
Look
board
at
with
Adam,
Duffy as he's coming through the
stick it up.
Parabolica.
He's going to get a little toe
He's
in.
going to get a toe to the line as well from Bundy. Can Bundy improve in front? He does not, but Duffy gets himself up to P13 and a 20.0. 19th gain in the end. So,
Wow.
I think the shock talk of there is MV Nelly back in P7. Glock takes pole. Bundy P2, Ryan Cut 3, Cinemartins 4, Meerkat 5, Rockin' Kid 6, Nelly 7, Surge 8, Special Energy 9, Magi 10, GB 13, 11, Lionel 12, Doofy 13, C Pasley 14, Mataman 15, Sophie 16, Blood and Sand 17, and Mitch P18.
So I think that's McLaren and that's Ryan Cut and
GB13 had an incident there.
There's a massive incident there. Mercedes not having its left rear wheel and Ryan Cut's front left.
Yeah, and I see that must be included in the patch today. We have a rear left tyre loss, but all other three on the car. So that is good to see. Some graphical changes in the game. See if we can see it. Yeah, you can see there when I look behind. Rear left gone. The full wishbone suspension, the lot is off the car. And sitting behind, actually, if you look through the wing there, guys, you'll see the tyre sitting solely behind the car. So, I think we're going to, because the guys are retired on track, I think we're waiting on Special Energy just finding himself. So I am going to grab a restroom before the race start. Jensen, I'll be with 1 second.
Okay. Ferrari going around the formation. Not a controlled formation as well, so it's quite interesting. But yeah, that's qualifying over. And after that qualifying session, Glock on pole, N Bundy P2 and Ryan Cut reached the top 3. Of course, Shots recession nearly in 7th. Unfortunate into his final run. And some more Shots as well. Adam down in P13. And 3 people down in
Nelly, yep. It seemed, sorry Jensen, sorry to jump in there, just Nelly saying on stream it didn't go to plan. It did, that was unfortunate. I think you dropped a good half second taking the gravel out is scary, but have confidence in the fact that you know you've got pace with the guys up front. It's just about slowly picking them off. I think through your first run in the sauce, I think if you can just start to pick them off lap by lap, you'll slowly move yourself up that grid.
Yeah, lost a lot of time on the exit of the Scary there, so that may have cost him a few positions, but the race is always going to be close at Monza.
Yes.
And when you left, the Ferraris were in formation, not even in control of their cars, they were just going around in formation.
So the AI even nodding Ferrari to Italy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, formation lap. That looked a little strange there. For me, on the thing, mate, let's hope for the first stream in a little while we don't have the nonsense and the confusingness of that driver list getting muddled, because it is highly irritating as they go through sectors and they change places, especially as I try to tell the grid order and I can't. So it's really, I think the start is key here.
Yeah, look at the tyres as well. Everyone was soft apart from Adam and Mitch on the mediums and the hards.
So we'll get position changes up. We'll just have a quick look. There is the tyres, so you can see. I'm thinking at some point in the game will give us some pit stop information. I hope it does. You would have thought I would have put it up by now, but maybe it is not going to. It doesn't like us this evening, Jensen. So Glock is in a very, very strong position to go and command the race and really show. So there's a pit stop information. The guys in the softs going to a medium. You're talking lap 10 to 12, and if you want to go to the hards, lap 9. If you have a safety car, you can kiss these tracks right out the window, and it will be anybody's guess where guys go. I think it's one of the only tracks, Jensen, you can make a race with pretty much all 3 of the tyres. So, interesting stuff ahead. If you were here, I don't know. Jensen?
Oh yeah. My headset was muted.
So, the grid pulls up to the slots.
Yeah, and more pit stop information just came up. Different for everyone here.
So, we're going to have lights. Yeah. I am not getting them on my screen, so I'm just going to have to wing it. It is lights out, away we go. Mataman picks up a drive-through penalty for a jump start. Brock seems to have got the best start out of most of the guys. Let's have a look behind and watch them through turn 1 on this view. So it's Glock, Senna Martin's going for a move up the inside. Ryan Cut gets pushed a little. Bundy, Nelly side by side. Green Meerkat in that, making moves further back. And I think there's some guys off the track further back. There's a big accident there.
That's Nino.
So into turn 3 is Glock from Martins, from Ryan Cut. Envinelli just gets back and gets himself in front of Bundy. Then Sergi, Meerkat, Sergi and Bundy trade places again. Mad G, then JB13, Rockin' Kid, C Passley, Matoman, Duffy, Sophie, Blood and Sand, OTL. Lee Nell gets back himself back in front of Mitch. Dr. Spanish got energy, and Mitch has fell back to the back of the grid. I think he's had an instant through this first of the 2 Lesmos. So let's go back in the pack a bit. We have a big train of cars like we expected there to be. There's about 10 drivers there, all within 1 second. That is carnage coming out of Scary. So Glock now got himself 1.5 seconds up the road. I think Glock is in command now, and he is just going to check out. So it's a case of, can these guys use the pace of the train to get within DRS?
Yeah, look at...
So Envinelli now, he looks as if he's maybe going to have a move. And there's my screen doing that silly stuff again. And Envinelli is going to fling one down the inside, and Ryan Cut, he's going to cut the inside. I think they were ghosted. Ryan Cut's had to jump all over the curb. And Ryan Cut gets to drive out the corner and retains the position. So I have a mix-up in the times again, Jensen, unfortunately.
Yeah, here comes Sergi's going to take... He might overtake his brother.
Oh, and this is a battle we have yet to have seen in OTL. The 2 brothers at arms on track, and obviously Sergi racing in the colours he loves so well. And at Italy, this will mean something to him. It will 100% mean something, so we'll see how that one plays out over time.
Yeah, great start by them as well. 3 positions each, so just following each other right up the bridge.
And I think considering there for Italy, I think a very, very good and reasonable turn 1 and 2 for everybody. They get through. Even the second chicane pretty well. So let's go back to this and look at that. Let's go at that picture there. Let's see if we can get the front of this queue. So
1 and 2.
They charge through the start-finish line once again. So we get very compact. We've got kind of a fight between P3 and P7, and then a little gap, and then P8 to 14, 15, 16, sorry, is utterly stacked. The gap is, well, you can see, look at the timing screens, they're tiny. But this seems to be the case. Like, Italy tends to show like something really exciting's about to come, but this might stay flat and the gap stay like this for a little while. But Nelly, I think, looking at making moves. Sorry to jump there, Johnson. I will let you talk. I do apologise.
That's alright. Yeah. Few battles going down at the back of the grid. Got special energy, each made up 2 places. It's those 3 corners, which is good progress for him after
and just when you say that, SF Sophie now is going to get a run on Duffy, because Duffy was all out of line through the second Lesmo and she is way through. Oh, and look, our 2 owners meet again on track. Young Jensen, Lienel and Duffy toe to toe once again. And Blood and Sand's dropped it out of the Scurry. I think that's going to be a safety car, by the way, because he's right in the firing line on it's a VSC. So track neutralised. Are we going to have the guys that's not in the pits? Are they going to go for it? Sergi's going to take it. Bundy chooses against it. So it's Sergi here. Sergi could cap it. I think if he goes to the hard tier, medium tire, a medium tier soft maybe.
That's a very interesting strategy.
Unlucky Blood and Sand dropping it. I think he dropped it out of Scary, which is a corner that can bite and bite hard. So the VSC neutralises the race but keeps guys on track.
Got the special as he also goes in the medium tyre.
So I think Glock will maybe wish that VSC came a little before, but then he's maybe trying to check a gap to get himself out the zone of traffic.
Depends what these guys want to go on, and there it goes.
So green flags and we are back racing. We get absolutely no warning and that was going to be.
Magic, he's in there, he's at mediums, and sort of mushrooms in the mediums. So they're going to be racing their own race now until the pit stops.
Yes, as we say, if they're going for the mediums, you're talking lap 10. I'll jump back to that if I can. And he's got through.
Yeah, he got through, coming up to Scary. Adam going to go for a switchback. Opposition stand next straight.
We will watch this. Green Meerkat on M Bundy. I think Meerkat has got DRS and Bundy doesn't, so I think this could be a move here because these two are kind of racing each other. Green Meerkat pulls to the inside. He's going to send one on the brakes. I'll quickly jump up to this here. Senna Martins is going to get squeezed all over the curb. He's going to have to yield, and I think there's another car behind, so we'll watch that. I think Nelly's going to get squeezed out that run. Yeah, you see Senna Martins, he's going to tuck into that toe and take the line back. And then we've got Bundy and Green Meerkat going at it again. Green Meerkat has got the move done through that big swooping corner. I think there was there a touch there between the guys in front, and that's going to give Envinelli the run on Senna Martins. Is he going to try and hang it through the first Lesmo? And Nelly is very fair and gives the space and carries the speed very well on the outside of the tyre. Senna Martins looking for a lot inside curb there, needs to be careful because that could cost you. And he's got to be careful now because Green Meerkat's now got the run in Senna. Is he going to chuck one up into the inside to Ascari? I don't think he is, but he can maybe think into turn 1. Carries a good speed. Senna Martins, he's struggling with the rear of the car. And Ryan Cutt's going to have a big moment. He's going to come across the circuit. And I think he's going to do well to not pick up any drivers.
Yeah, rejoins.
So Envinelli now into P2. Can Nelly chase Glock?
Yeah, look at Green Meerkat. He's over the back of Senna. He's closing the gap. I don't think he's going to make the move. Senna, though, I think he's going to get really close. But he's not going to make the move as well. Green Meerkat's going to try and get the switch back. Try and get the traction out of that.
Brilliant racing between this little group. We've got C. Parsley all over the back of Rocking Kid. Can he get a run down the second straight? Yellow flag for turn 1. That is an Alfa Romeo, I think, lost it. Sophie, I think, maybe just had a little moment. Get Officer Duffy now got through, and Ryan Cut, and I don't know, is Ryan Cut carrying damage? Because he definitely looks down on speed, and he is. He's carrying end plate damage. So, we have now Glock from Nelly, from Senna Martins, Green Meerkat, Bundy P5, GB13 6, Rocking Kid 7, C Parsley, Mad G, Lee Nell, Duffy P11, Ryan Cut 12, Sophie 13, Sergeant 14, Mataman 15, Mitch 16, Special Energy P17. Unfortunately, Blood and Sand dropped the car out of Ascari, and he is the first retirement of the race, hopefully our one and only. Green Meerkat now, I think he's going to have the run in Senna Martins with a bucket load at ERS advantage. Senna Martin tries to defend the inside, but I don't think he has anything And I think he's going to try and go here on the inside. He's going to make him work hard for the corner.
Oh,
Senna Martins gives space. He's cut back across, trying to get the run, but I think Green Meerkat is through. 1 second, Jensen.
yes. So, and Bundy's over the back of Senna now. 2. The calls here for Lesmo's line kept hitting. Come out now.
Oh, and Bundy and Senna Martins now side by side. There's going to be a big squeeze there. Oh, Senna Martins has lost the rear of the car.
Oh.
He manages, he does really well there to not retire the car. I don't know if he got any end plate damage. In fact, he has no end plate damage, so
Good stop.
you probably would just think now, I would probably just drop this tyre and try and stretch my medium now. I've had that moment, take the fresh tyre, get in some clean air, and use the lap time I know I've got to get myself back up into a better position when these guys pit in a couple of laps time. Almost undercut and try and find some time that way. Green Meerkat all over the back of Nelly.
Yeah. And Senna's actually pitted.
And I think Glock is well in control, Jensen. We did think that if he got the chance, he would check out the race and then just control the pace from the front.
Yeah, he's getting the gap now. He's starting to extend it a bit.
Bundy now, he lost some places at the start, but he's like, nah, right, I've had enough of sitting in this P5, I'm getting punchy, I'm coming after you guys. And he wants back up into his top spots.
And then he's not exactly getting away from Meerkat, and
Bundy's dropped it out of Scary.
Bundy's out of it. Oh,
Will that be a safety car? VSC again.
And that's
unfortunate. And one of our LA title contenders takes a big blow there. Oh, and that's going to, and this is going to hurt Senna Martins massively now. Because essentially the guys all at the front get free pit stops.
Yeah, Glock in the pits. He's going to come.
Any of our medium tyre guys in a good position.
What's going to happen is.
And Doofy here is about to capitalise massively. Look at this, he's launched himself right up into the top 4. Starting in the medium tyres, that VSE could not have came at a better time for him.
Yeah, he only has to go to the softs at the end of the race.
He just needs to have some strong pace. He's got a good 4-second gap to Sergi. And this could have been critical for Officer Duffy there. JB13 and C Pasley choosing not to pit. So Glock and that have chose that time, and we knew lap 9 was the lap for the hards. But if Duffy can take himself to a lap, I'm assuming he's going to want to go here till about lap 15, 16. He's going to be really punchy at the end of this race with guys on hard compound tyres round about him. And Duffy is actually catching... Is he catching Glock? He just dropped the DRS. I don't know if he was within range before that lap. Not quite. So that's unfortunate, but he's holding good pace, although Sergi's closed up a second or two in that sector, and there we go. Sergi's actually got the jump now on Nelly. So it's now Sergi in front and Nelly chasing hard. Let's look back through the pack. We've got Dr. Special Energy catching up Ryan Cut. I think Ryan Cut's came in and got rid of that broken wing and came out with a fresh one and a fresh set of mediums. In fact, no. Oh no, he has. It's alright, from that angle there it looked like his wing was not repaired, but that was certainly not the case. So that VSC's kind of neutralised the gaps between that mid-pack, and I think there we've got a Green Meerkat having a big moment. Did he pick up damage? That's going to put some other guys into play. Let's see as he comes round there. He's not got any damage. That's maybe just a cold. Hard tyres is a tricky tyre to get up to speed. Italy, because you pretty much need as much tyre grip ASAP because you run so little downforce.
So
JB13 and C Parsley pits. Where do you think they're going to come out here, Jensen? It's going to be probably outside the top 10, I would think. I think they could even be maybe not quite top 10. I think they might just get out actually here in front of my G. I think one will.
Yeah. JB13 will get just ahead of my G, and
so JB13's actually gained quite well there. And he's in a really strong position to go at the end of the race. We now have Duffy in P2. Duffy P2, Surgeet 3, Nelly 4, Rockin' Kid 5, JB 6, Mad G 7, Green Meerkat 8, C Parsley 9, Lee Nell 10, Senna Martins 11, Sophie P12, Mataman 13, Ryan Cut 14, Special Energy 15, Mitch P16. And unfortunately we've seen two drivers now dropped it in a Scary, and we know that it's probably the corner that claims most victims at this circuit.
Yes, the final part of the Scary, it's the inside curve. Too much for that.
And it's game over. So Officer Duffy's about to be a cork in the bottle between two brothers. So this could be interesting. Because Nelly should have by now been able to get DRS clean on Surgeet, but Surgeet's going to be helped with some DRS with Officer Duffy. So Duffy's going to pull the inside. I think he knows that there is no fight there.
Yeah,
he's going to pull back in to steal a bit of toe. Is Nelly going to send one here? Duffy's going to send...
No, he's going to go for it. He's going to go up the inside.
Small bump, but Duffy says, no, a bit of contact, but Duffy's got his position. And I think a bit of wheel banging there, but nothing much came of it.
Yeah, now he's off the weight again, but I think he maybe looking in this chicane. Is he going to... No, he's going to think a bit smarter about.
So, do you think he does the move outside through the second Lesmo? I think he's got a good run here, so...
Yeah, he's going to go for it.
I think he's going to go for it here.
Yeah,
as we watch him go through.
He's going to rejoin the racing line now. Confidence right there, brilliant.
Just needs to be careful on the tyre there. I think Adam's fighting sensibly here. He wants to battle a little, but not too much. He does not want to take too much at the tyre. His focus is that pack of drivers behind him. And look at this gap we've now got behind JB13. JB13, Mad G, Green Meerkat, C Parsley, Lee Nell, Senna Martins coming up into that pack as well. They are all in a pack, just waiting to pounce on each other. Mad G has a small snap oversteer there, so you need to be careful with that coming through Parabolica. So who is not pit yet? Duffy and Mitch are only two drivers. Everyone else has done their, what we predict to be the one and only stop.
Yeah, Duffy and Mitch, they both started on the harder tyre, of course. Mitch on
and Nelly has got through now. Oh, we've seen that. I knew that anyway. So I guess now the gap Officer Duffy is most interested in. I think if he could... I don't think he's now going to get himself out in front of that group behind him. But what he is going to have is that punchy tyre. So I think if he can just stay in front of Rockin' Kid and maintain that P4 and box from there, he should be good to go chasing some points hard at the end of that race.
Oh, switch curve there. That might have lost nearly the DRS to his brother Serge, just right ahead of him.
And I think that will drop him out. Just It dropped him out by 6/100ths of a second as well. Look at that train of cars down that back straight into Parabolica they go.
So, when did Serge stop for those mediums?
So he's been on them for 9 laps, lap 5. So I think Serge maybe has to stop again, or he's asking a lot of the tyre to go the distance.
Well, he can ask a lot of the tyre. Seen that a lot of the tyre quite a lot of times, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
When he's dragged himself back up inside that DRS range now of Surge.
Yeah, it's got
well within a second. The gaps in that mid-pack, Maggi, Green Meerkat, Ps4 Linel, I think that's what we were talking about, the DRS train. I think it's really hard to, once you're in that pack, to really make moves. Dirty air is a big thing in this game as well, it really impacts your cornering ability, so it's really hard to get good drives. You've got to position the car well to really get a drive in somebody. I think through Parabolica, at this track is probably your best place to line somebody up, because there's a few lines you can take through that corner to really drive hard out it. And then once you tuck into that toe, that first DRS zone is mighty powerful. As I think we're about to see here is Nelly comes on a big charge back. I don't think he might get close. No overtake deploy.
And then once you finish that, you get to go for a late charge. That block. What actually does have this block. Got some 60% up, which is
Maggi pits. So he comes out P15 and he goes for another medium. So Glock 6.9 ahead. I think your headset went a little funny there, by the way, Jensen. Still setting a very reasonable lap time, only about half a second off his best lap through sector 2, so his race pace is strong, controlling where he needs to control.
Yeah, Nelly maybe lining up a move this lap. You've got less energy in Glock, that's quite a bit.
Sergi really struggling with the rear traction there through the parabolic. He's seen the rear of that Ferrari trying to step out of line. Snell pulls out, he'll bash that overtake, and look at that, he goes by with the breeze. Sergi will tuck back into the toe, and that is that. Sergi now could use his brother to help him, drag him round the circuit, get an extra 10th a lap in the toe.
Yeah, but it can ruin the tyres a bit, maybe. Through the corners, but
very good point. And an 11 lap old medium, that's what I was just saying. And an 11 lap old medium, he needs to be very careful, as Duffy has not got much of a fight against Rocking Kid, but he's coming up to his stop now. He may be even boxing end of this lap. I think the soft tyre will do 10 laps, no problem at this stage in the race. How punchy does Adam get at the end? His target's got to be that pack of drivers and then work his way through that pack of drivers. And Glock just out on his own, enjoying the drive. For some reason my game has just went to a horrible frame rate watching Glock, so I will move from that. Sergi doing well to just stay on his brother, working out exactly how I would think they want it to be, Jensen. No, don't think Jensen's here. I'm all alone. See Parsley all over the back of Green Market. Is he going to get a run up into turn 2 or 3, I should say? Jensen, if you can hear me, I think you're muted. Oh, there he is.
Oh, we need a headset. Anyway, Matterman is all about the Alfa Romeo back on Sophie, but I don't think he was going to make the move there. And his yellow flag is a full cross safety car.
And this makes
he
things spicy. Oh, he's
So
dropped
what
it
was
out
that
the second
jumping?
Lesmo. Second Lesmo, and he's put it on the tyre barrier on the inside. So, full close safety car, Officer Doofy now. This is exactly what he was waiting on, Jensen.
Look at Serge as well. This has been oh, he tried going for the overtake on his teammate into the pit lane, but it didn't work for him. He's going to stay P3. That's perfect timing for him.
And I think every driver in the pits offside, and the guys are picking up penalties for speeding in the pit lane, man. They don't want that.
He's going to stay out though.
Officer Doofy gets away.
Oh, Serge has got ahead of his brother in the pits. He's managed to jump his
yes, so Adam gains in his position.
Crazy.
If he was to pit under normal racing conditions, Michael, Adam would then have to be fighting from P11 or P12. He has only gained the positions because the safety car came out, because if he took a pit under racing conditions, he would have come out P12. So he has literally gained 7 places through that safety car, because everybody came in behind. So it does everything for him. It gives him a chance to get the P5, don't you think?
Yeah.
Nothing that's good?
Yeah, Matterman's been forced onto the mediums because he decided to go for 2 sets of softs earlier on.
No, I agree there. I think the pace of the guys just in front of him is a bit out of his reach, but I think he could maybe do well to hold P5. I think ones to watch are going to be like Senna Martins and Green Market, and ignoring yellow flag. Oh.
What that, I don't know what that might be, you know. Ignoring yellow flag. Like, he's holding his position on the safety car, like.
Yeah, that is a strange one.
Very strange, that.
So I will let you go with it for now. Oh yeah, definitely, Mike. That's what there is some guys I think behind it could really be quick off this restart. So we'll see how much he's willing to get his elbows out. Good point. No DRS for the first couple of laps. Good point. 1 second, I need loot.
Chris. So we'll quickly check on penalties, which I don't expect many people to have penalties, but so Nelly had a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane when he pitted for his soft tyres. Then no, he pitted for his hard tyres, I mean. So that's why he lost out to Serge in the pits. He got 2 penalties. He got 2 penalties on lap 18. So I think he got speeding in the pit lane and that ignoring yellow flags. So that's, I think, 10 seconds for Nelly.
So I'm wondering if the ignoring yellow flags is because he wasn't in the safety car queue as yet, or was he in the safety car queue when he got that?
Another driver, 5-second penalty, Adam.
Yes, we've seen him get that going into the pits. So it's Adam or Nelly, or 2 men, mate. So that's what Adam needs to be careful of. He needs to try and get punchy because he's got that 5-second time penalty.
Oh. Tell you what, really interesting.
So from the restart, Glock has to build that gap all again.
He needs to get out of that DRS.
if he doesn't break the DRS, I mean, Sergeant could be looking poised for a win.
It could be, yeah. It's going to be very interesting.
So we're literally going to have like a 6-lapper to the line. It's Tuscany take 2. Although they had a little more lights. But it's still in Italy. We can have that much, I guess.
Yeah.
So a big gainer, Sophie up 6, Duffy up 8, GB 13 up 5, Matoman gained 4, Surge is up 6. Nelly's done well to recover what he would feel is lost championship points at the qualifying stage. I know you don't score points in qualifying, but this track it definitely helps, being the higher up in that train of cars. So, I think safety car will be in this lap. I don't see it going another. Although the game is not telling us, I am going to predict, and I am pretty good at that I think safety car will go in this lap. I think it's always good if you know as well, because you can kind of let the safety car go a little earlier.
Yeah,
and I think the grid don't take the shock as much. The lights go out. Glock will slow down.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I like to see a few more 5-second penalties pop up.
So let's see if everybody can stay out of each other. We'll jump back to Glock because we want to see. We'll watch on board from behind. We'll see when he goes and see if everybody reacts to it. See if the gap's built. And you see the full grid of cars. Sergi is ready for it. I think he may wait. In the safety, he's got to be careful here because the safety car's not even out parabolic.
Glock's gone. Glock's gone.
And that is a great jump. He's actually he's broke DRS on the release.
But Serge hasn't exactly lost that much to the cars behind though.
Duffy here, look at Duffy coming for a run and rocking kid here. Is he going to try and send one? I don't think it's going to be close enough. Oh, and he is, he's going to try and launch it round the outside. JB gives the room he needs to give, but I think he's going to better drive out the corner and Rocking Kid and Duffy's going to now have to be careful with JB13 coming all over the back. He's going to swing himself round the outside. And I don't know what's happened there, but I think Sophie's gained another couple of positions off that restart. We've got 3 wide, Sophie, Ryan Cut and Matoman there. I think Matoman's going to lose out of position. Lee Nell's then going to slot himself up that inside position line, and I think Matoman's going to be hard done by here. He is getting absolutely swallowed by these soft tyre guys. Mad G's had an incident, don't know who that's with. I think it may have been Senna Martins. Senna Martins carries damage. Safety car out.
Mad G, he's lost his entire front wing.
So the safety car is out?
Another one. Is anyone going to pit again?
I think I jinxed it by saying Tuscany take 2.
Is anyone going to serve their penalties? In Glock no, Glock's going to try and bait them into the pits.
I thought some guys would have maybe come in there. Matoman's coming in for a soft. Senna Martins too. He's going to use that opportunity to get a new wing, I would think.
Yeah, Mad G. Sure coming in.
And he's going to get a no 5-second time penalty there. That is strange.
It's going to be a surprise podium at the moment. Basically, I'd say at the moment the top 2 are basically secure at the moment, Glock and Surge, but who's going to get P3?
Unfortunate, guys, that's Italy sometimes. But hey, safety car still positions to be made. No, Michael.
Yeah, at the moment, Rocking Kid in that podium. JB13.
I will time you out. So, Glock from Surge, Envy Nelly P3, Rocking Kid 4th, JB13 5, Duffy P6, Sophie P7, Ryan Cut 8, Lee Nell 9, Special Energy 10, Greenmeal Cat 11, Mataman P12, Mitch P13, Senna Martins P14, Mad G P15. And all to play for. We'll see, will Sergeant be more aware of that restart and try and react to it in a better manner? I don't think he would want to drop a second that quick.
Yeah, I think. Oh. So, yeah. It's going to be about 4 laps of racing to the end after this.
Yes, the safety car will definitely come on the end of this lap that we're just about to come on to. So lap 23 going on 24.
Yeah, we got to lap 24.
So we will have 4 laps, 4 race laps.
As long as we get through, yeah, as long as we get through lap 24 though, once we got through that, there would be no chance the safety car will come out again.
And it will be racing to the flag.
Yeah.
And the longer this safety car goes, I think the bigger that hurts Officer Duffy. 5 seconds right now, as it stands, is the back of the grid, so... Mitch got himself up to P13, so he's making some moves late in the race.
You know it's a safety car as well. Back with a livery update too.
Yeah, it has the rainbow on it now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So...
Here you go. Hopefully, race the flag. And, oh, Mitch getting a penalty.
What was that?
Yellow flag.
That's strange.
Honestly, don't know how these penalties are coming about, but it's safety cars in this lap. Everyone get ready to restart. And
so Glock weaving, we'll go back on board and we'll see. We'll watch it, Sergeant. Sergeant is poking that nose, he is wanting to know when. They do not want to get caught napping now. Enginelli all over and every day. Look at the guys back up, Glock's going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
I think, is that Glock going for it?
Not yet, and I think he's got the line now. Hard on the throttle and he's away. That's going to catch some guys out, middle of Parabolica. Let's filter through.
Then he's on the back of his rubber down straight.
Sergeant's going to... Sorry, I'll let you do it.
Hopefully the guys keep it clean, bit of wheel banging.
Oh, and Sergeant's been putting the grass by his brother, and that's going to cost a lot of time for Sergeant back in the pack.
Look at Adam as well, it's another yellow flag, and that's Mitch. Oh, he's... Well, on the end.
Oh, and there's some dive bombs there, I don't know what exactly has happened there.
And so it's got a penalty, I think it's not bad. That's not the restart.
It definitely got a bit punchy there. So that's now we have Glock from Nelly, GB13, Rocking Kid 4, Doofy 5, Sergeant P6, Ryan Cut 7, Lean 8, Special Energy 9, Green Meerkat 10, Mataman 11, Sarah Martins 12, Sophie 13, Maggie 14, Mitch P15, Green Meerkat picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so positions will change at the end of this race.
Podium was just being blown
wide open.
At the moment.
Sergeant come for a big run here, and Officer Duffy pulls to the inside. Officer Duffy's trying to stay in that tone. Sergeant's going to have to back out that because the grass is going to approach. Oh, and they're getting punchy.
Oh. Yeah.
Sergeant's going to try and get the run there. Try to cut back. Duffy was as tight as he could be. Duffy is parking that car in the middle of the road. He is making himself as wide as possible. Oh, and he's been touched in the rear. Oh, and they're both out.
And they're both out.
Ryan Cut and Sergeant are both out there. They think there's going to be some incidents to look at after the race.
That was not. Oh, that was not very good at all there by McLaren. Ferrari got tagged midway through the corner.
that was...
on McLaren's side, but that was massive.
That was a big one. Yeah, there was a few guys all tied up in that. I think it'll be interesting to see exactly where everybody stands.
At the moment, we're going to lap 26. Just go, lock. So he's on course for his first one of the season.
I think Officer Duffy is about... Oh, he's doing well to keep himself just in front of Special Energy. As he pulls to the inside, is he going to send one on the brakes? He is. Duffy gives the space. Small wheel bank, as I think you can only go through turn 2 with a small wheel bank. And Special Energy's got a good drive up that second straight. There's small contact there.
Adam's not good to defend that much. He's got. Oh, he's going to look inside there. Very late. Look for that move, but 56 at the moment. Vino is right behind him.
Yeah, on board with Lee now. He's going to get in that DRS range as we have Glock checked out now. He's broke that DRS as he comes through Ascari for the second last time. Rocking Kid all over the back of GB13. He wants that podium position back. Oh, and he needs to be careful there. He's had a big snap oversteer through Ascari. Manages to keep himself out the wall, and maybe, just maybe, the P4 is better than pushing too hard for that P3 and dropping yourself out the race at this stage.
So, Nelly trying to get close.
I think he really needed to be within the DRS range for this lap. Glock holds the ERS advantage, so he will, yeah, I think he's got this one covered unless a big mistake is Duffy gets passed by Special Energy.
Yeah. Fast lap. As well. It's 120.8 by not.
Look at this, Linnell, Matoman, Green Meerkat, Duffy now all on a train. Duffy's been pushed out a little wide. Green Meerkat goes for the run up the inside. Duffy's going to be in that outside line on Ascari. That's going to put a car up. Where did that car go? For some reason I'm seeing that is not right. There we go. That was better. Why is it doing that? I'm on Duffy, but for some reason it's showing me a different car.
So Glock. Two very unlucky races, Monaco and Austria. Elton's won his way at either of them basically. Come around the final corner. The Ferrari powered Hans is going to win in Monza round 3.
And he is happy.
And a fast lap as well.
And then Vinelli gets that 5-second unserved time penalty. That gives JB13 and Vinelli drops out the podium. Rocking Kid goes into P3 now. We don't know if that will be reversed or not, but it will be interesting to see. A podium now as it stands is Glock P1, GB13, P2, Rocking Kid 3, Dr. Special Energy 4, Matoman 5, Nelly P6, OTL Linnell 7, Sophie P8.
Meerkat P9.
Yeah, Mad GP10, Cinemartins 11, Mitch P12.
That was an epic race. You're about it being just like the Tuscany Grand Prix. Those instance.
Yes, so let's see if we can get a podium in. So, who do we have? I don't even think I have any of them as friends. So what's the names we have? Glock. And who was the last driver? Who was P3? Jensen? So it was, yeah. So we'll see if we can get the guys in for a quick chat before we go off for the night. So Glock has no mic, unfortunately, but well done, Glock. Good effort, mate. That was a very well controlled and commanded race, but we'll see if we can get our P2 and P3 guys in. They may or may not join, I am unsure. So we have JB joining in P2.
Hello.
JB, that was exciting, well done. Your first podium in OTL. I think it all kicked off after that second restart.
Oh, well, I did sort of shout down the microphone as well after the second restart. Well, after the second TR. I was wondering if we were at Mugello or not.
It's funny you say that. Prior in the first safety car, I says we're off in Tuscany Part 2, and that's first safety car comes in, and 3 corners later, safety car straight back out.
I was quite upset with that second safety car, but I can't say that now, can I?
That's it. Well, you've got to be happy, I guess, in the end. I think P2 was a good result. Glock looked in a class of his own today, and I don't think he was going to be caught by anybody.
No, you can't beat Glock. That's the thing. He's too quick. I was more worried. I didn't know about Nelly's penalty, but I was more worried about Rocking Kid because I'd knocked him off a little bit in turn 1. I thought, great.
So Nelly's penalty could be an interesting one. He served one in the pits, I think. Or did he? See, that's interesting, Jensen. What do you make of that? Because it came at the end of the race saying Nelly had one unself penalty, but we seen him get 2 5 seconds.
When it came to the first full safety car,
did he
right
serve?
near the end of the race, no, he got the 5-second penalty coming into the pits.
So JB,
that pit stop.
So
yeah.
JB's 13 P2 is secure. It's not like one that would be taken off. I thought maybe it was for, you know how JB sometimes you get these silly 5-second penalties under safety cars for doing nothing. I thought it could have been that, but if it's entering the pit lane, I think that's a penalty that needs to stand. Speeding in the pits is speeding in the pits.
I think the stewards will have a look at it if he complains about it, but very simple. You know, if it is that way, he'll just get the penalties. But I was more worried about going to the stewards with Rocking Kid. I know him really well. Me and Douglas get along a lot. And we were both saying after the first round in, after my first round in Austria, because I missed the first round, we were both saying, well, we weren't happy with how Austria went. Obviously, I spent most of the time at the back, and he lost it after I passed him.
Yeah.
And now look at both of us are on the podium, so that's a bit much, isn't it?
Happy days. I mean, you can't. You're saying you wanted more. I don't think you can get any more than one.
Oh, this isn't going to happen again this season. No, I only ever get one good thing a season. The rest of it's going to be awful.
Well, from our side, fingers crossed that's not the case. I did invite Rocking Kid to the party, but I think he is.
I am here.
Oh, Rocking Kid is here in P3. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Thank you very much. Yeah, good.
It was a tense ending.
Yeah, I was giving it everything. Kept getting the back end out quite a lot, but yeah. No, that restart was fine. JB, I'm not fussed by that. It was pretty aggressive, but he gave me just enough room as well. So I think we'll let him get away with that one. But yeah, no, it's good to be back racing like near the front because I've been really struggling with this game.
I think you showed some really strong pace today. I definitely think the couple of scuffles you don't have, you're up there on sheer pace without any safety car intervention or anything like that. So I think you got yourself back to the position you probably deserve to be with the pace you had in the car.
Yeah, I think the issue I'm having is just my starts. I fall back so much. If I didn't fall back, I think I'd just be in a much stronger position in the race. Yeah,
no traction?
Yeah, I don't run traction, so I'm wheel spinning.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's back to just getting used to the game. That's what I'm struggling with, is just starts, and then when the tyres start wearing, I'll lose grip and I'll just spin my wheels up.
Yeah. So congratulations to our podium sitters, and Glock, if he is watching, well done again. Jensen, we have one thing to do before we leave. Driver of the day.
Yeah, so After all that happens, it's a very tricky one.
Yes, I'll let it be on your head.
Looking at the racecraft that everyone's going through, my driver of the day, I would say JB13 from P11, being a great drive, finished P2 as well.
I tell you what, it's the helmet design.
Yep, that comment. Oh, that reminds me. That's right. Yes, I seen the helmet statement before the race, and it just, from man to man, it was, yes.
Nelly had the same one. I was like,
No.
I don't have time to change it before the race.
Oh, that's
So,
unfortunate. So
that
maybe
really wound me
unique
up.
is key. You
Oh,
just need to
unique is
ask
key.
every driver week on week for pictures of their helmets, so that you know. Although I
do
don't know
that
if that
anyway,
was a
normally
good
with
statement.
Lee. I get Lee's helmet all the time.
So I guess on the note of asking for helmets, we should stop. And OTL will be back same time next Monday, guys. We should see yous then.